You see, things like that. What you guys can do consensually, of course. All right. People out there gonna do it unconsensually, and then after a while, you'll come crying to me that something backfired on you. But your underwear, all right. Especially when you guys make that vow for monogamy, right? Tie your underwear together and put it between the mattress of the bed.
Now, do you need to tie the underwear together and take a very aggressive piss on them too?
If it's that kind of situation, then yeah. I know
that extra insurance.
Huh?
I'm gonna need that extra insurance plan.
Right. I know works where they put it in a potted plant, right? And water it with their urine. That's a way to do that. Potted plants are a very interesting thing to have around the house, just for sprinklers, regardless. I had something else I was going to say.
See, my husband got too much OCD for that. I'd be keeping sugar underneath the mattress. He'd be done vacuum my sugar up underneath the damn mattress and sweep up all my sprouts and concoctions and shit.
Well, we'll see. I don't have that.
I would never be able to get away with that.
Well, that's why I say if it's consensual, then you have the issue. But what you can do is, if you guys have pictures, right? Either of you two together or you two separately, then you can take their picture, your picture, place them facing each other, all right, in a picture frame, and then also add something like an angel or a cross, a picture of the cross, okay, over it, and it kind of hides your relationship behind the cross, as it were, right? And it keeps you guys together. Or it can be something like a big bird with wings, kind of keeping you guys protected from social media, so like you did earlier, who's in your DM, that kind of a thing, keeping it out of the limelight, so to speak. Also, somebody said about baths.
Yeah.
If you guys bathe together.
Bath bomb. What's a bath bomb?
Bath bomb are those things you put in the bath. It's like baking soda base. You drop it in, it fizzles up and sizzles out. Those are bath bombs. You can have bath bombs as well, but if you guys bathe together or shower together, that's awesome, right? In which case you can add different things. Just kind of going into our segment on sneaky tricks, but if one of the things that's done to influence a person is to add whatever. I'm not going to give any details out, but add whatever to their shampoo. Okay, for dual reasons. Number one is hitting their head, right? You want to influence their thinking, but also they are applying it themselves, you see. And the same way with putting it in the soap, right? Especially for money drawing stuff, put it in your soap, right? So as you're washing your hand, you're drawing money to your hands. When you are doing the linen, right, from the bedroom, all right, the bed linen, or when you're doing each other's laundry, all right, then put in a little bit of your perfume or your cologne in the laundry, right? So they have your scent on them, kind of a thing, or whatever spiritual potions you may pick up from me. You put that into the laundry as well, things like that. But bathing is very powerful, especially when it's together. Add that to the bath water. Add roses to the bath water. Add a little bit of honey to the bath water. That's a good one.
All the sweet and sugary shit.
Now I'm just giving y'all. So I haven't got to the deep stuff yet, but yeah.
Okay, well, speaking of the deep stuff, once your marriage hits crisis level, what are some of the best formulas to put into play or to use when you're really hitting that threshold?
Hey, there goes my gatekeeper, my Western gatekeeper. Good to see you, John. If your relationship is hitting crisis. Crisis means different things for different people. And one thing you'll find as you begin to get to, like I said, the heavy hitting stuff, it's never a cure-all for everybody, right? I can't give one thing that'll hit everything. When it hits crisis, you need to see a specialist. You need to come in to get a diagnostic, okay? Because many times there is not a ready-made recipe for that kind of level stuff. All right. We have to go to the altar. We have to go in prayer. We have to consult the spirits about what can be done to move this in a particular situation. Let's say, I'll give you something. Let's say, and I've used this before, ladies, let's say he's moved out. He didn't got on his, he said, Doc, I don't have no underwear of his. I ain't got no t-shirt. I can see no sock. He's gone. It's still out the whole house. Half of y'all are some stalking so-and-sos. Y'all know y'all done stalked him on Facebook. Y'all got him on Instagram. Y'all down his DM on Twitter. Y'all done made a whole fake profiles. Talking to you, ma'am. Talking to you. Yeah, I see you over there. Leave that man alone, but you still want him back, and you know where he live at now, because he always go. He a mama's boy. He don't went to his mama's house. Well, some of you, he'll still give you play. If you understand what I'm getting at, he'll still call you over at 2 o'clock in the morning, but after 4 o'clock, y'all don't see each other anymore. That kind of a thing. What you can pick up is, that's right. See, might take one of my students, y'all. See, y'all can see she come from good Lord. She come from good stuff. She keep her marriage and stuff together in a basket. It was a very good thing to do. But let's say y'all are at that extreme level. Get catnip. Catnip is an herb that is like crack for cats. If you ever put catnip by a cat, I mean, literally, they literally go like they have just strung out on drugs. Like, it's ridiculous. They're on LSD. But what you can do is you go by his place, all right, and especially if he invites you over to the bed, even better. Have a little catnip, leave a little pinch, all right, in his bed. And okay, as you're leaving or while you're in the bed, just a little pinch, all right. As you're coming out, leave him by his room door, all right. Leave a little pinch at the actual door of the house, all right. Before you get in your car, leave a little pinch there. And then every stop sign or red light you get on the way back home, drop a little catnip. It makes a trail. And just like cats, he'll come back to the kitty cat in about 3 weeks. You watch it, I'm telling you. It's worked like a charm.
Well, speaking of kitty cat and speaking of hot dogs, can you bewitch your own kitty cat and bewitch your own hot dog?
Oh, absolutely. Don't let me talk about,
So what would that look like for someone to bewitch their private?
Now, let me just put a disclaimer out there. Every other time. I solemnly swear, okay, that I do not bewitch my members, all right? I tell you that right now. It's just good, okay? I'm just saying that I don't. People ask it, no, there's no working. It's just the good Lord. But
sure,
right. There are some things, all right, and I'm gonna give you some things because a lot of my clients work trade. By that I mean, they're women of the night, right? They're strippers. They go to clubs or what have you, or they're prostitutes, their own back page and whatever the case may be. And so they're coming to me for how they can get, a client to stay consistent, all right? Or how to catch them and make them go, wow, all that kind of a thing if you're a woman. And I release myself from all legalities of this. But an old time remedy is adding a little bit of mace, okay? A little bit of mace, so a pinch of mace, all right? Maybe a few pinches, depending on where you are. In an enema for the ladies, all right, or a dish for the ladies, okay, and flush yourself with that, all right. So when the man enters in, it'll catch him, all right. Now the old women call that tricking your pussy. That's what they call it tricking your pussy. Now if you are a brother, all right, and you want to give just the best you've ever had, she is gonna be locked in. Now this I learned recently from our older brother in Conjure. And Mike, that's what I'm talking about. My older brother in Conjure. Just a background story. He had a lady who has been stuck on him for 3 years. He been broke up with her. I mean, but now let me just say this. This is if you want somebody obsessive. Now they bring on your door. Don't come calling to me. Okay, I'm gonna charge you extra to get them off of you. Okay. But what you can do, all you need is a brother's banana. Just think about it. Some stuff in Conjure is kind of simple. Banana, what's it look like? Okay. Coffee, all right, and the herb called Damiana. All right. Now, Damiana is a sex herb. All right. It is so much a sex herb that the scientific name for Damiana includes the word aphrodisiac. I should tell you something. Okay. They're very strong.
Yeah.
What you're going to do is you're going to get a banana, an old banana that's overripe, like the kind you would use for banana pudding. All right. You're going to take that, some brewed coffee. Now, I heard that you would get the ground coffee, but I say brew the coffee. All right. You're going to mash up that banana. All right. Add Damiana, ground Damiana to that. All right. Add a little bit of coffee. All right. Banana for obvious, the erect, right? It looks like an erect penis. Okay. Damiana, okay, because it stirs the libido. All right. Coffee because what? Coffee gives you energy, gives you drive, it keeps you up. It's a type of caffeine. Okay. Make a paste out of that. All right. And apply that to your member. All right. Let it sit for 7 minutes. All right. No more, no less minutes. And then go take a shower. Right. Get yourself freshened up before you go over, before she comes over. And I'm telling you, you'll see a difference. Y'all will be in my inbox later saying thank you, Doc. Now this is the stuff I can give out on the air. Now I got other stuff you got to come to me for, Of
course, you can't pull out all of the arsenal.
No,
you can just lay down all the.
How does became a conjure? How does became a hoodoo help desk?
I mean, so for men too, would love rubbing for the males, rubbing love oils over your penis.
Absolutely.
And all
Absolutely. Spiritual, like I said, spiritual baths. Okay. The same way, even as there are soaps that can be made. All right. Even as you are rubbing yourself down and so on. Right. There are certain perfumes that I make. Right. That just the whiff of them will catch her. Okay. Now, if you're trying to catch a woman, and this again is one thing I'm learning recently. I'm giving some of my newer tricks. Because I'm gonna send this video to my older brother. So he's gonna love this stuff. Brother, if you're trying to catch a woman, or well, let me just say either gender. Okay, I don't want to be, people say he's a bigot, homophobic. Right. That's not the case. But what you can do is get a handkerchief. All right, your handkerchief. All right, and what you want to do is a couple of things. One, you want to take your handkerchief, you want to rub it all over your body. All right, particularly over your feet. All right, feet are symbolic of domination and control. We walk on a thing we control. All right, particularly on your feet. You also want to add a few drops of your urine, just a few drops. I recommend your first morning urine. Brothers, y'all know this is the strongest urine y'all gonna have all day. All right, they've been sitting for a little bit. All right, a few drops of that to the handkerchief. After which, one of those lonely nights, you're not getting the playbook is blank, and you're pleasuring yourself. Okay, come on to the handkerchief. Wipe yourself with the handkerchief. All right, fold that up. Those people they put in their back pocket. Now, when you see somebody that you want to catch them, as we call it in Conjure, all right, all you have to do is just kind of rub your finger on the handkerchief. It's already been dried now. Okay, just anyone's handkerchief, and then shake their hand or grab them by the shoulder, whatever the case may be, and you're catching.
Whipping ass.
Huh?
You touch me with that cum rag, I'm whipping your ass.
Well, see, it's discreet. See, you wouldn't know that, right? Because all you're seeing is me say, "Hey man, how you doing?" Hey, what's going on? I ain't seen you in a minute. But yeah, and I'm gonna give you one better. When you do make contact, whether it's you're grabbing their shoulder, you're dapping them up, or you're shaking their hand, pretty if you're shaking the hand, grip it, right? Give a firm grip and immediately catch their eyes. Give them eye contact. All right. And you can think a thought that say, sleep with me. You just think that thought and just project it through your eyes, something like that. You just want to catch their eyes and hold their gaze as long as possible. All right. But yeah, that's the way you can do that very easily. Ladies, of course, you guys know the oldest love spell in the world, which I gave earlier. I won't go back over that one. So what you can, but like I said, I've got hundreds of these kind of works, and I said everything does not work for everybody. So you want to go to a specialist, okay, to get a diagnostic. All right, your doctor, your medical doctor, went through at least 12 years of practice, right?
Yeah.
And he still puts you through tests when you come to see him. All right. He wants to see, well, what medicine do I have that will work for you, your body chemistry. Okay, it's never a one fix all things. Okay, because if you are single and flirtatious versus if you're dating versus if you're married, there's certain works that are different depending on the situation.
Yes. Well, I was going to ask you, speaking of being situational, I was going to ask you, does root work, spell work have to do with, does it work just because of what the situation is, or does magic affect men and women differently?
It can.
Like a man keeping a woman home versus a woman keeping a man home through magical means. Could you still use the same formula, either gender, or do you have to specify to the gender?
You would, so depending on the work, most works, especially if you want to really get some heavy stuff, it's going to get specific. There are some works that, this is not to offend anybody, but if you are a gay man, my work for you is going to be a little bit different. Also depending upon what your position is as a gay man. Are you the projective or the receptive partner, or a lesbian couple, okay? Or, even if you're interracial, like I said earlier, if they're dark skinned, use what? Dark brown sugar. If they're lighter skinned, lighter brown sugar. So there are some specificity in the work to make it a little bit more effective. Okay. Yeah. So there are some things that are different.
Got it. That's interesting.
Yeah. Like for example, heterosexual couples will see the effect of roses in work be very, very effective, right? But a homosexual couple may find that lavender works better than roses do. You see, so it's different. That's why you want to. Well, let me. There are a couple of different things here. That I'm actually preparing to do an article about the whole intention versus ingredients thing. Because I get asked a lot. And people who are in the New Age community, they don't really understand their history of my practice. But to answer your question immediately. The more connected, all right, your faith is a component. But let me say this, okay? People out there say, oh, well, I don't believe in it, don't work. We call these kind of people in Conjure a target, okay? My folks would say, baby, and I quote my elder, she said, baby, the root gonna do what the root gonna do, end quote. Just like poison. All right, you can say I don't believe in an 18-wheeler. Ain't no such a thing as you walk out in that street. Okay, your butt gonna be grass, whether you believe in it or not. All right, because it's objective. All right, if I poison you, well, you can sit right there and say I don't believe in formaldehyde. That thing ain't got no power, and you will sit right there and it will eat you alive. All right, because that's what it's designed to do. Okay, so. Of course, you will see faster results or more dramatic results depending on the level of your faith involved into it. Okay? But like I said, my client that came for that was her first time coming to see anything that I had done. She came because she had tried everything else that she knew how to do. She didn't have a deep belief per se. She didn't have a list of testimonies about this kind of stuff. She said, I'm just hoping it's going to work. Right? One of the things that comes from that also is releasing it, right? But that goes when you start doing rituals and so on. But when you lay a thing down and you're consistent with it, release it. See it is already done. So No. If you guys are hiring a spiritual worker, please follow their instructions. I implore you, before you call us frauds and ripoffs, did you do what they said do? Is the first question.
Yeah. Think of your spiritual worker the same way you would think of any other service provider. When the cable man comes to install your cable, you don't help him, and you don't get in the way, and you don't come behind the TV and be in his toolbox with him. You let him do what he came to do. So think of your spiritual worker as your cable man.
Let root doctor like your health doctor. We acted the same thing. We're gonna do a diagnostic. We're gonna run tests. We do consultations. We're gonna prescribe you medicine. We're gonna say call us back in 2 weeks. You know, so it's the exact same. The modern day doctor was first a root doctor back in the day.
No, that's where it was.
That's where it was.
Absolutely.
How we went from occult poison to talk.
I told you.
This should be a paid show. I didn't give away so much goodies.
It gets away from you. I mean, do you want to go a little longer, or?
Yeah, I you know, it is. I've already dedicated this time. You know, this is.
Well, it's 10:40. So how about we just go to 11 o'clock? So to give us another 20.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we could do that. So we are doing the hoodoo help desk going on here.
Right. So what else did you want to touch on as it relates to root work, magic, witchcraft, and food? Have you fully unpacked that for us?
There was so much to this. Because when we think about you know, eating and where we're eating at, you know, one of my mentors, people have dropped dead because of a spell. Yes, magic will get you killed. Okay, both physically and otherwise. Words have that kind of power. People can get you to that extent. Now, people come to me and they say, "Oh, doc, I'm cursed." My motto is, baby, you're not cursed, your butt is crazy. Half of y'all are not cursed. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And they'll say, oh, you know, I've been having bad luck. Bad luck is not a curse. Okay. Some stuff you just bad with money. You just some budget work.
It's just a side effects of misalignment.
Yes. You know, you're not cursed. When you tell me that every day you wake up and you know, you're almost getting hit by 18-wheeler, then maybe then we can look at something. Okay? If your life is a living portrayal of Final Destination, then you're probably not cursed. A curse is meant to kill you. You may be jinxed,
right? Maybe
hex and vexed, you know, maybe witchcraft and bitchcraft, but baby, you ain't cursed. You got the heebie-jeebies, but you ain't cursed.
So we've traveled astrally all through this topic tonight as well. We went from food and conjure and witchery in the kitchen to reincarnation to what else we was talking about? We done talked about
what have we talked about, man? I came in talking about food.
Right. So before we close out this show, do you have anything else you want to unpack regarding the initial topic about food and conjure? I mean, is there any core things you want to say about that?
I will hit some little points right quick on the way out of this. You know, even if you don't get a god as it is in voodoo, okay, be prayed up, and
yes,
you'll notice that people can feed you certain things. right? Your spirits will be empowered to work on your behalf. Just when they're about to invite you to dinner, oh, I can't, I just got a call that, I've got to be at the job. Or, oh, man, why didn't you tell me a day ahead of time? I would have been there. You just can't ever get to their dinner table. All right? Don't put against the grain, baby, but take that as a sign that the spirits are moving you a different path, okay? Or whenever it's about food, the food turns over, the plate falls out of their hand, the water spills. Those are signs, types and shadows. Okay, your angels are tipping things over. I feel something stirring in me when I say that. Okay, so you want to be aware of that. I want to, for those of you who are people came from my line and you do hoodoo from the Bible like I do, let me give you a couple of verses here about people. All right, because I got somebody in the pot. I ain't gonna sit here like nobody. Right now because I need to. Who is that? Somebody said I'll see you guys later. Have a night hope week. Yes, certainly. So
yeah.
Ezekiel 11:11 said, "This city shall not be your cauldron, neither shall ye be flesh in the midst thereof." All right. Here Ezekiel was counteracting, interesting, witchcraft that the Egyptians were doing against Israel. And one thing that they were boiling them in a pot. And Ezekiel, the prophet, astral projected and saw this. And so what he did was he came back in the body and got a pot and broke it as a sign to overturn the works they were doing in the astral plane. Okay. It goes on to say in Exodus 23:25, "And ye shall serve the Lord your God, and he shall bless thy bread and thy water, and I will take sickness away from the midst of thee." Genesis 15:7 says that it came to, this talks about when Abraham was making a covenant with God. Something else you guys want to be aware of. What you say when you're eating. Oh my God, I love you for this food, girl. This thing was what I needed. Be careful what you're saying, okay? Because every table is an altar. I feel like preaching. Every table is an altar. It is a place where covenants are made and exchanged. If you're an enterprise, the business deals aren't done in the boardroom, they're done at the dinner table. They always say, let's go to lunch. Let's go to dinner. Okay? That's where business is done. That's where transactions are conducted. Okay? So biblically, when Abraham was making a transaction with God, he had opened up the offering and fallen asleep. And it said that, and it came to pass when the sun went down, it was dark. Behold, a smoking furnace and a burning lamp that passed between those pieces. Okay, so even when I pray, all right, over my food and stuff, okay, I pray that God comes down like a lamp and a furnace and move between the pieces of my plate, the portions of my meal, and burn up whatever needs to be burned up or illuminate whatever is darkened to me. Like he did with Abraham. All right. I pray like in Ezekiel 11 that people have me in their pot. I tell you, like I said, it's called pot luck because somebody got your luck in their pot. So I pray that pots and cauldrons that have me in it are overturned and are broken. That people aren't eating my flesh. Okay. And that, ye shall serve the Lord your God, and he will bless your bread and thy water. Everybody's seen the Lord bless my food, whatever the case may be. And speak to those areas. So I'm just saying, we talk about food and eating. Do you check the bottom of your plate? Most people don't. Do you check under the table skirt? What do they call it? They call it table skirt.
Table mats.
What's it called?
Table mats.
Table mats, right? That kind of a thing. Do you know what's under the mat? Is there writing on the bottom of it? Is there a seal under there? Okay. Is it under the table itself? People will engrave things in the table. All right. Especially when it comes to sitting arrangements. When they only want you to always sit at the same spot at the table, check that. Because there could be something they've written under the table at that point, or at that spot. You see. You know, one of the things you can do is write on people's plate of it. So as they're eating those words you've written on the bottom of that plate. He said, "Oh no, don't worry about this, baby. I got it." I bet you do. They don't want you to look at the bottom of that. So I'm telling you, these things have been going on for a long time. If you feel that you are under a condition that you've been tricked through your food's been fixed, okay, you need to see a spiritualist, contact me, book a consultation, all right? Let's do a diagnostic and get you clean and clear, or give you the peace of mind that there's nothing going on here, okay? It just really was just bad to it, you know. Sometimes that happens, that people just can't cook. You know, they're trying to trick you, they just can't cook worth anything. But yeah, those are my last minute words. I